Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
It would be a big mistake to walk out the house today without an umbrella.
We needed it,
Yes.
especially first thing this morning. Still some rain out there right now. Do what?
I had a little Elsa frozen umbrella, but it worked.
I'm sure you look very cute.
All that matters.
Unfortunately, it was to keep rain off of you and
Yes,
not
yes.
frozen stuff. We are well beyond that. But not beyond the rainfall. There's going to be more of that to track as we take you through the next several days. Let's take a look at those rain chances. Now, they are going to be down a little bit as we take you through the second half of the week, but they will not be out. Still tracking some scattered wet weather at times over the next several days. Tomorrow, I don't think we'll have as much rain as what we saw today, but still some popping up, especially this time tomorrow afternoon, maybe a little less on Thursday. Rain chances may go back up slightly on Friday, and then they will begin to trail off over the weekend. So at least that is a good trend, that maybe that weekend ahead is not going to be particularly soggy, although still a few isolated spots of wet weather do look like a possibility. Here's what we have right now on 31 Triple Doppler. Mostly just some areas of light rain near and south of the Tennessee River. Heavier thunderstorm activity just off to our south. We're not expecting any of that to move back in, but some of these showers will persist for the afternoon drive home. As we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see some of that light rain and shower activity from Decatur back towards Moulton into eastern parts of Colbert County, just a little east of Muscle Shoals. Also have some rain near Hartselle and back into Madison County around New Hope, and down 431 heading into Marshall County into the Gunnersville area. So again, still some wet weather out there. Not like what we had earlier though, and we're not expecting things to flare back up very much as we work our way on into the evening hours. In fact, the light rain and shower activity that's currently in place looks like it will fade as we take you through the next several hours. Future radar between now 11 o'clock tonight. A lot of that wet weather disappears. We'll keep it cloudy. We'll have to watch for some patches of fog out there as well overnight and on into your Wednesday morning. Now, as it stands right now, tomorrow morning won't be a repeat of what we had this morning with the widespread rainfall. There could be some showers located here around the I-59 corridor, Gadsden to Fort Payne, but for a lot of us, not going to be particularly rainy to start the day. Midday, still relatively quiet. So it appears that our rain chances tomorrow are going to be primarily driven by afternoon heating. You'll see that as we head through mid to late afternoon. Here's where we get our flare up of the next round of showers and likely some embedded thunderstorm out of this. It continues on into tomorrow evening and then starts to wind down as we work our way on into your Wednesday night. There'll be some additional wet weather though to track Thursday, Friday, and perhaps into the weekend as well. Still doesn't look like severe weather though. That's the good news. We are not currently outlook for anything severe here in North Alabama. Areas back across the plains are, as that's really where the severe weather threat has shifted. And off the southeast coast of the U.S. as well, parts of Georgia, South Carolina, they may see a couple isolated stronger storms, but around here, just some rainfall, little thunder and lightning, likely nothing worse than that. How much more rain are we talking about? It will vary depending on if you get the heavy downpours or you don't, because not everyone will. On the low end, rainfall potential through tomorrow evening could be 1/4 of an inch or less for some of you, but where those heavier showers and thunderstorms track through, quick 3/4 to inch of rainfall, maybe a little bit higher than that in some areas. It's good though. We've needed the rain, and I don't know if it was just me, but it just seemed like everything was so much greener today following the rain that we had first thing this morning compared to just what it looked like a couple days ago. So definitely the plant life is soaking up the wet weather. Shower possible at the bus stop in the morning, 63, but again, I don't think we'll have quite the degree of rainfall that we had earlier today. Tomorrow afternoon, though, will be a little bit more active with some scattered storms and temperatures topping out in the upper 70s as the kids come home from school. Here's your Wait 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast. Again, off and on with the wet weather through Friday. Still some lingering showers and storms over the weekend, but the latest data has allowed me to lower the rain chances just slightly, particularly for that Saturday time frame, and I hope that's a trend that will continue in that direction. Yes, we need the rainfall, but we would prefer if it did not have a big impact on our weekend. Temperatures the next few days will be in the upper end of the 70s, and then as we gradually dry over the weekend and head into next week, it is going to get a little hotter again, back into the mid to upper 80s for highs as we get ready to close out the month of April. Maybe a little bit more wet weather coming in the early days of the month of May.
Funny you mentioned the green because my kids said the exact same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
this morning on the way to school they said the grass is so green now.
Yeah.
So Must be a thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what we're going to do next Tuesday. It's going to be close to 90.
I know. But you know, the next thing you mentioned, the grass. So the rain, things are greening. Do you know how much that grass is going to grow in the next few days? Yeah, got to be a lot of
Considerable
mowing
amount,
happening
yeah.
as soon as it starts to dry out again. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's my husband.
Do it next